These royal family photos reveal the striking similarities between baby Archie and Prince Harry. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Wow Zoom channel and activate the notification bell. Back in May 2019, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry had their first child together, a boy they named Archie Harrison Mountbatten-Windsor. At the time, they said they didn't know who he looked most like. But now that Archie's a little older, it's starting to become pretty clear who the little cutie resembles. He's only been in the world for over a year, but already Archie has perhaps been to more places and met more people than some adults have in a lifetime. That's not exactly a surprise, given that he's a baby born into money, and royalty at that. And when he was born, he was 7th in line to the throne, as well as the first British royal born with African-American ancestry, although his parents opted not to give him a royal title. Meghan and Harry were thrilled to have a new baby, and 2 days after Archie's birth, the royal couple announced his name and introduced him to the world via a photo shoot. Meghan said, "He has the sweetest temperament. He's really calm. He's been the dream." Plus, Harry joked, "I don't know who he gets that from." Archie was baptized in July 2019. He, of course, wouldn't have known it at the time, but he was taking part in a historical royal tradition, because all of the Queen's great-grandchildren are christened while wearing a particular gown, a replica of the dress Queen Victoria had created for the baptism of her own firstborn daughter. And a few months later, in September, Archie was whisked off on a tour of Africa by his parents. It was his first official outing, and one of his engagements was meeting Archbishop Desmond Tutu in Cape Town. Archie won't remember it, of course, but there were lots of photos of the event. Who knew that people liked taking snaps of babies? Then Archie became involved in another piece of royal history come 2020, when his parents decided to step down from royal duties and move away from Britain. Controversial, some might say. And in an Instagram statement about the issue, the pair wrote that they still wanted to raise our son with an appreciation for the royal tradition into which he was born. Harry's childhood was similar in some ways, but since he was the second-born son of a royal, it was also different. Yes, he was born Prince Henry Charles Albert David in September 1984, the son of Prince Charles and Princess Diana. But he wasn't the heir to the throne. His older brother William was. Such is royal life. Even though both her kids were in the spotlight, Princess Diana was determined to give them as ordinary a life as possible. And as her marriage to Prince Charles broke down, she took the young boys to theme parks, cinemas, and other places kids their age would normally go. But she also ensured they understood their place in society by taking them to homeless shelters. In 2017, Harry appeared in a documentary called Diana, Our Mother, Her Life and Legacy. And he remembered, "My mother cherished those moments of privacy and being able to be that mother rather than the Princess of Wales. She made the decision that no matter what, despite all the difficulties of growing up in that limelight and on that stage, she was going to ensure that both of us had as normal life as possible." But then, in August 1997, Harry and his brother suffered a terrible blow. Yes, Princess Diana was killed in a car crash in Paris, an event which shocked the world. The royal family kept the two boys away from the media until the funeral, where Harry and William walked behind their mother's coffin. Understandably, Harry was hit hard by the death of his mother, because he seemed to go off the rails a little as a teenager. At 16, he admitted to his father that he'd been taking drugs, and Prince Charles responded by sending him to rehab. Plus, there was an incident where he wore a Nazi uniform to a fancy dress party, displaying a pretty poor judgment. And before you say, "We were all young once," take into account that this happened shortly before Holocaust Memorial Day. In 2017, Harry opened up about his mental health struggles since Diana's death. He told Telegraph journalist Bryony Gordon, "I can safely say that losing my mom at the age of 12 and therefore shutting down all of my emotions for the last 20 years has had a quite serious effect on not only my personal life, but my work as well." But as the years went by, he had gotten help. You see, Harry was very close to his mother, and just as his son looks like him, the young prince bore a strong resemblance to her. Because while Diana may not have had the famous bright red hair, she and Harry were alike in other ways. Yes, they had similar features as well as the same cheeky smile. So here's wondering if Archie might inherit the latter from his dad too. Harry's red hair has been a point of contention for a while because conspiracy theorists claim that as neither Diana nor Charles have it, that's proof that Harry is really the son of James Hewitt, a redhead Diana once had an affair with. But in fact, Harry got his ginger locks from Diana's side of the family. He looks a lot like Earl Spencer, his maternal uncle. And if the Spencer connection wasn't evidence enough that he's not the son of Hewitt, Harry eventually shares several characteristics with his grandmother, the Queen, as well. In 2020, Cosmopolitan magazine pointed out, both the Queen and Harry have a similar mouth and nose, plus their "guys, I'm so over all of you" expressions. And Harry doesn't look dissimilar to his grandfather, Prince Philip, either. It's a lesser-known fact that Philip also rocked ginger hair and a beard when he was younger. Plus, the two men have similar facial features, including their mouths, and both are fairly tall. Harry is 6'2" in height, and Philip is 6 feet tall. Everyone's excited to see who the new generation of royals will look like, too. So far, the Spencers would appear to have very strong genes. It's been pointed out time and time again that Princess Charlotte looks a lot like Diana's niece, Earl Spencer's daughter, Lady Kitty Spencer. And Kitty grew up to be a model, so it seems that Charlotte might not ever have to worry about her looks. But Charlotte also shares some features with the grandmother she never knew, Diana, because pics taken of Diana at the same age make the resemblance obvious. And apparently the two have a similar personality as well. Like Diana, Charlotte has dancing as a favorite hobby. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel and activate the notification bell to receive all new videos.